Hey, Ben Frederickson and Rick Hummel here from the St. Louis Post-Dispatch with Derek Gould behind the camera. Commission, interesting thing for me last night, a first time in my baseball writing experience. I saw a spring training ejection. Astros manager A.J. Hinch gets tossed in the first inning after one pitch by Cardinals starter Daniel Ponce de Leon. And I've never seen anything quite like it. Now, they have a few that's dating back a few weeks, I suppose, and I don't know if they're all that friendly to begin with, but I was sitting there thinking, man, this can't happen very often, and I should have known that you actually have seen multiple spring training ejections. What's your favorite?
Well, there was a brawl one time in St. Petersburg with the Phillies and the Cardinals. And they both trained, the Phillies trained in Clearwater as they do now. And the Phillies had a big guy named Pete Incaviglia, a big, strong guy, and the Cardinals had a kid named Paul Coleman, who was a high school football player, #1 draft pick, and a big, strong guy too. And players were, there was a close pitch. I don't know who had who, but the benches empty, excuse me, and they're out there fighting. And Paul Coleman is just body slamming players everywhere, you know, including Incaviglia. And I think the Cardinals won the fight, as it were. So there was a bunch of writers there. There was one writer from St. Louis, which was me, and about 8 writers from Philadelphia. And we're all down in the dugout, you know, as play is about to resume, and we're talking to Fregosi, the manager of the Phillies, who has a good wit about him. And somebody brought up the fact that, you know, what if the sports writers had a brawl, who would win? Well, there was 8 of them, and one of me, and Fregosi puts his glasses down like this and says, "I don't like your chances very much."
Well, that can't top, that definitely tops what I saw last night. So, well, here's a lesson of spring. If you think you've seen something unusual, Rick Hummel's seen it about 5 times. Thanks for following along our spring training coverage. Keep it locked at stltoday.com for all news on the Cardinals from down here in Jupiter and beyond.
So wait, who wins a brawl now?
Oh, Commish, he's got the experience.